je vais commencer mon stream. Hello. Small recap for YouTube and the stream. I'm just going to be finishing all designs, and I think I'm going to be building a tiny spy ship of sorts. Nothing really planned, so I don't know where it's going to get me. It's been 2 weeks and a half since I've last been on Starbase. So it's just about going to be having fun, and I don't have any particular plans. So hey, it's all about having fun and seeing. I'm in Discord with French people, so I'll be changing channels too. Je vais juste changer de channel, les gars. Je vous dis à tout à l'heure. Ciao.
Ciao.
I think I'll start with like a mini spy ship. Because why not? And for that, I need to go onto my calculator. Starbasetools.com, ship calculator, reset. If I have just 2 laser cannons, what can I get away with when it comes to tier 2 known answers? Let's go with 4 batteries. Oh. More than what I bargained for. Well, battery drain time. Okay. Total budget account. 3 heat sinks, 2 radiators. Let's go. I don't think I'll need those. Propellant, please. Um, Hello, Comf. How are you doing? So when was the wipe exactly? You mentioned on my Discord that there had been a wipe, but when did it happen? Was it like during the winter holidays, or was it a little bit more recent? Okay, so everyone is still running around with very newbie like weapons. There aren't many people with snipers and expensive machine guns. Wow. Yeah, some people have a very different concept of a video game than most of us do. I don't even remember what level I was at the end, and I don't think it was close to 40. I'm trying to build a very discreet spy ship. That's what you're seeing me do on my stream. Like something very disposable, and also very discreet, both in size and in uses. 33 stacks. Dachschirm. Since when do lasers use Starship? What did I do? Fixed mount. Oh, I know. There you go. Bots are unbelievably annoying. Basic. Advanced. Do you need to be advanced? Is there modular? Yes, there is. Hello, Rukia. I don't know why the delay did not work as intended. Or is it sound alerts that's exceptionally slow today? I do not know. How are you doing? Why is my YOLO being a pain?
Wow!
Is it upside down? I wasn't looking, so I don't know if it worked as intended this time or not. What have you been up to? Fair. I suspect it was not possible to come up with a more vague answer than that one, even if you tried. I need 96. I will point out that living is pretty much the same. It's like it's the art of saying without saying. In French, you call it a sous-entendu. It is... How do you translate that? It's implied. That one goes with the other. No worries, So, I think players have been optimizing the speed at which they start games in. They've optimized the speed at which they do fresh starts in Tarkov, so you end up with players that are more and more high level. Rukia, let me rephrase the initial question. What are you up to in Starbase? DSLRs. Why are you fixing DSLRs? Did you buy something that was broken, or did something you own broke? I'll just warn you all that I am really bad at multiple conversations done in parallel. I shall be doing my best, but please don't have high expectations of me. I've got a few slots left. What more do I need? I forgot what DSLR is for. DSLR. DSLR camera réflexe numérique. Oh! Yo! Okay, I do understand why you'd want to give it a try. Hey, if you success. GG. What ship is the behemoth? What corporation or player designed it? I've never heard of that name before. I don't know if you're playing the sound alert or something. When I'll have time, one day, in a far distant future, I'd like to have my own sound alert system and not be dependent of the website. Because the website breaks all the time. The service, sound alert service breaks all the time. And I would love to be able to have my my own. And also just be able to make one. Did you pay for a sound? I was so confused. I thought you were talking about the sound alert. I was so confused. I didn't know a player was called Boom. Sorry, I'm so slow on that take. What are they talking about? That's literally what I was talking about. I knew I was tired, just didn't realize how tired I really was, apparently. Fair. Yeah, but I wasn't aware that there's a player that that has the nickname Boom, so I was getting more and more and more confused. Who needs coffee when I can stream with some trolls looking at every opportunity there is to make me jump scare? Okay, let me start again. Is it a good ship? Because I've never heard about it before. Okay, it's literally as you were last playing, it was just something you wanted to test, but hadn't yet seen if you wanted more of it or not. If I sum it up. Let me say. Hey, I like the presentation. That's something I should be doing more of. You may be not... Oh, wait a second. Let me put it here rather. Uh, 25 million. If it's as good as he says it is, then yeah, it's worth its price. 1,200 crates-ish. So the first thing that would be sacrificed would probably propulsion. But to be fair, you don't really need it for a surface miner, so it does make a lot of sense. Looks cool. Hadn't heard about it recently though. Did he? Is it a new design? And thanks for the pick, Rukia. Okay, so it is a recent ship. Yep, never heard of it previously. Yeah, I'm designing this ship as a way to get back into ship designer, because I feel like the very moment you pause playing Starbase just for 2 weeks, you need to relearn some of the basics all over again. So I'm doing this ship, and then I'm going to be moving back to the Giga designs I have, and trying to finish some of them. One of which is a super old design of mine. That is almost 2 years old now. I have one player that bought the bundle, which also featured quite a few unsold ships. So now I need to get going and finish everything. Let me create a module and put that. This is so annoying. That is like really annoying. Damn it. Damn you. Does anyone have any news about Starbase, like extra breadcrumbs, as they love to call it, that maybe have been given by the devs about the possible content about the future update that we've been waiting for? Laurie has been very talkative and yet not talkative simultaneously. So it's getting a little bit hard to keep track of what is going on in what order. Yeah, I did follow that. That I did see that it is now a free blueprint, and that the corporation just imploded overnight. I can't say that I'm completely surprised, although I still am a little bit. we did have to what was, because he's no longer there, what was the name of the lead of the Happy Little Accidents? I'm not part of their Discord, but we had a few unpleasant interactions, to put it like very mildly, with Happy Little Accidents. So my corporation was keeping an eye on them without any particular agenda or whatnot, just keeping tabs. So although I wasn't in their Discord, I did see the implosions quite quickly. It was when we released the Surfacer and there was so much drama because he came to pick a fight with us by being the most unpleasant customer we ever had to deal with. But that's literally the extent of why we didn't interact much. Like, that's it. I'm convinced I don't have a good design right now, but it's still worth a try. That's a good durability. I'm so tempted to auto-bolt everything, but I'm going to regret it if I do. Manual bolting, my old friend. I have come to see you again. And I don't like you. No, damage is going to give me shit if I do, and he'll be right. The thing is, I'm fairly confident in saying that it's going to give me trouble with durability, and it's just easier to avoid it altogether. But it is tempting. What I would love, absolutely love, would be for Frozen Byte to open up the FBE files to grant us the possibility of creating our own ship designers. Because I assure you, it's just like starting with me, but absolutely not limited to me. There are quite a few people that would love to do our own ship designers. Imagine being able to auto-bolt, but it's good bolting. Imagine just like the possibility of being able to do some boltless auto-bolting with decent durability. Like the dream, the absolute dream. I would absolutely love to be able to do that. I've already seen some attempts at reverse engineering the FB files, but as far as I'm aware, they haven't been successful yet. Okay, let's see. Still got a few things to bolt up. Ouais. 1, 2, 3. I currently have 36 of those thrusters. Hello, Blazon. They could have, even if they were flat. But yes, it is the intent. It gives me a little bit more wiggle room when it just comes to the overall performance of the ship. I don't know yet if it's going to work as intended. What I'd love is for this ship to do 150, and I don't want the usual wall of thrusters at the back. This ship is literally meant just to be like a tiny spy ship of sorts. So a compact design is better. I could have made it more compact, as in quite a lot more compact now that I'm looking at it. No, this ship is going to be plateless. There's maybe going to be 1 or 2 plates for the cockpit. But no, I don't intend to imitate like high-end, I'm trying to keep this one simple. Where's your picture? I remember. Are you referring to a ping that I got on the official Starbase Discord, or was it on my Discord? Because I have one ship in mind with very fancy plating, and I don't remember if it is yours or if it's another one that I have in mind. Thank you. Okay, it is super light. I need to know if the center of mass is correct. Shape, but okay, no, you do not have the same. Oh, this one. Okay. Very tempting. Very tempting. I don't know if my tier 2 maneuver thrusters are going to allow me. If I can get to 150 meters per second, it may be interesting. The only problem is that the maneuver thrusters are not angled in the right direction at all. So it wouldn't be as effective. Yeah, let me just bolt weld everything, and I'll see. But I do think I'm going to be disappointed. No, what I mean is like this here is the front of the ship. So your armor, if I wanted it to be efficient, I would need all of those maneuver thrusters to face the other way. This ship isn't going to be tanking anything anyway, but since both ships, when they fight, tend to orbit one another, I'm going to be taking side shots. Which means that these don't have the right angle at all. I would need something that goes in the... that needs to be pointed backwards. If I was running away from something, yeah, sure. But I mean, then, yeah. We'll see. Not closing the door on it. Oops, wrong button. Not closing the door on it. I'm just cautious about being too optimistic. Straight beams. IP6. Pilot. Yeah, that's not going to work. This is such an annoying bug. Nope. No, this is old stuff, like really old stuff. Beams. I'm going to have to add some thrusters for the pitch. That right now is more of a concept than anything else. I should be able to do the very first test, although the center of mass is way too low, so I need to add a cockpit. Windows, and it's going to be the very basic one. That is. This one. Still waiting for the day where we can have some transparent stuff. Because this is genuinely painful to use. No, needs to be more on the left. Hey, thank you for the follow. I somehow successfully really messed up with my job there. Very botched. I am working on a very small, cheap spy ship of sorts. I've got a corporation member that is into that kind of stuff. and I'm doing something that really is cheap, light, easy to use, just like a fun ship. Nothing. I was about to say nothing serious, but I don't know how he's going to be using it. Yeah, just to allow him to have some fun. Although I suspect that the fun in question is going to be at someone's expense. So yeah, maneuver thrusters, 2 laser cannons, and really as cheap as I can get with all of that. And if he wants the ship to be even cheaper, he can very simply remove the laser cannons, and it's going to get even cheaper than it already is. I think this is going to be one of my free blueprints. Not entirely sure yet. It really is going to depend if the design is up to my standards or not. If it's not up to standard, I'm not going to bother selling it at all. If it works as I intended to, then yes, it's going to be up for grabs for whoever wants it. I need to weld everything. And center of mass is now way too high. Great. Damn it. Okay, whatever. Okay. Wait a second. I copied some thrusters. It's still not going to fly straight, but oh no, okay. Okay. Okay, I am very surprised. I was genuinely not expecting it to go max speed. I recall you have decals that may be able to emulate that to an extent, although probably not the way you want to. This is going to be rod F. And that is going to be T-prop. Black. Beam, straight beams. Hello, Vega. How you doing? Side point and cool. What you up to? No, I don't want it that way. Discussion corner angled 72. Not going to work. My condolences. I don't know what else to say. Doesn't seem the kind of assignment I enjoy. Do you enjoy that kind of assignment? Oh. Well, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you don't need any. It's as simple as that. Yep. I completely understand that one. This is going to be a very unique look, that's for sure. No, not ideal. Yeah, when they start using those arguments, it's not really possible to push back. Well, best of luck with your assignment. What I'd recommend, you can either record yourself directly using a green screen, which I think is probably going to be the easiest if you have to start learning anything from scratch. Or another possibility is to simply use a tool like DaVinci Resolve. Record yourself with a normal camera, just like nothing unusual yet, and then remove the background as an After Effect. That may work. That should work also. Really depends as to what do you want for your workflow. This is aim assist. And aim assist is probably 1.2 if I had to guess. but is insufficient. It is surprisingly pleasant to use. What's my range? Did I just fly on batteries alone? Is that what I just... Yes, I did. Oh, something's not centered. No, dude. Ah, it's so frustrating. So, yeah, honestly, best of luck. Green screens in general are not, no, Blazing, not yet. Although it does sometimes feel like it. Yeah, best of luck, Vika. You need the green screen to be as uniform as possible. And for that, it needs equal lighting everywhere. I literally have a green screen that I maybe used once in my entire 3 years worth of streaming. I think I streamed 3 years, maybe a little bit more. And it really only got used once. That is it. Because I realized that NVIDIA Broadcast allows you to, like, right now I don't have a green screen. It's a free tool, by the way. The catch is that you need a you need an NVIDIA graphics card. But if I go into camera and if I turn off the automated background, you can see that I don't have any green screen. I have it. It's right next to me, but I never had to use it. Nor do I want to use it, because putting it on and off behind me would have been an absolute pain and not a pleasure to do. So you get performance, you get quality. I choose performance. And as you can see, it does a genuinely good job at it. The only moment where you know it's not a real green screen is, I think, if I start to turn at odd angles. Yeah, you can see it really... it battles sometimes a little bit with the headset. That's it. Worked really well for me for a long time. And have been using it ever since. Let me put it there, rather. Available laser ammo. Um, no worries, comp. Have a nice few games. I do wish you some luck with the loot and the scavs. Da. Nope. Um, mm. Laser ammo is... Oh, okay. Mm. Hello, Commando. Good. I'm testing out a pirate ship. You are looking at a tiny ship with only maneuver thrusters, which weighs in just shy of 0.2 kilotons. And I am finishing the YOLO, I'm finishing the ship itself. I'm not convinced whoops. Yeah, but like, seriously cheap. It just has 2 laser cannons and the absolute minimum needed to function as intended. It may require 2 more batteries though. What on earth was that? Oh, that's a station core. Okay. So 200 kilometers of range, more if you grab some refuel. And it goes fast, like really fast. But you do need to manage your power wisely. And it comes in at the... yes. But the batteries are really small. They have 5,000 worth of energy each. So both of them together have got 1 battery. But like, who has the battery first is a bit of an issue. Like the guns tend to start fighting with the thrusters to say like, hey, I want my share of the power before you do. So you end up with these really weird movements when the thrusters no longer get what is needed. So yeah, very slightly shy of 40 stacks of resources. Yeah, you can spam the crap out of this ship, no problem. I'm a bit reluctant to add a little bit more features, as I really want it to be as bare bones as I can get it to be. This is literally the only armor the ship has. The cockpit and 2 plates to mitigate. I suppose it can take like 1 small salvo and then that's it. That is literally it. Nothing more. You get shot in the back, you are insta kaput. It's honestly not a bad idea at all. I'm wondering if there isn't a simpler way to do it that doesn't involve any YOLO, and that is to use the stored battery power directly. So my line of thought, Starbase laser guns. Laser cannon. It says 0 to 100, but what happens if I feed it the stored battery power? So here's the limit. Taken the stored battery power. Calculator weapon budget things big. Nice. I'm glad it's working as intended. Here, let me show you something quite fun about the website. Wrong tab. Second try. I've got access to the rough statistics as to how many people are visiting it. You can no longer see all of it, Yeah, no, you actually can no longer see it. But what used to happen is that when the service crashed, I saw the traffic just like do this big dip. And it was really interesting to notice like the website traffic being so directly involved with the website. I'd say that at any given moment, there is on average one person connected, one, sometimes two. And then sometimes it peaks. I do get a lot of visits by bots. There's a lot of bots. I can even show you some fun stuff. There's also automated attacks. The website gets hack attempts, I'd say, once every 2 or 3 hours on average. Completely automated. There's like, it's not a human that knows about the website. It's just like pure... this is so slow. Oh, but here's a Vaporime example. Doc config, logs, git config. These are people. So what they're trying to do just here is try to see if they can't access all of my. Like obviously I don't upload Git. I've seen them try to connect to the admin panel of WordPress. So I'll see some WP. I think it's. I don't remember exactly how they call it. WT-admin, I think. Oh, if I look for admin. He should be able to find it. So attempts on Git, attempts on WordPress, just like trying to sniff out any weakness. And what's absolutely crazy to me is, as I said, this is fully automated. My website just doesn't have enough traffic, and it's not referenced enough for, I'd say, a solid 99.9% of these attacks to be anything but automated. So these are past this. So the 7 past days. I've had 1 attack from France and 2 from the US. But please keep in mind that this is like this. I wouldn't be able to see past a proxy. Oh, you know, there they are. Can I really call them an attack? They're not yet an attack. It's what precedes an attack. All websites have this. This is like welcome to 2020 and even before that, I'd say. So 1 attempt by someone presumably in France, or at least behind a French VPN. The pings are usually a bit higher. Admin. And yeah, so it seems like it's a little bit, it's less than what I initially thought it to be, but it fluctuates. But my website is like front-end only. It's like, it's a file-serving server. It literally does nothing else than that, for now at least. There's no backend. But yeah, I thought it would be interesting to show that. So, a new attempt. So now, what should happen is that the charge speed is going to dip. But no, okay, it's not working at all. Oh dear. Okay, but it is... I'm waiting for the generators to catch up. Now I should be able to shoot once. No? But yeah, anyway, if any of you have got like feedback, suggestions or whatnot on stuff to add in the on the calculators, I'm all ears. I'm very glad to see that even if your ships are a little bit... Oh, you're not using the speed calculations. You're using the calculator for the power. Just for the weapons. I need to... There's more testing I'd like to do. I still have a very old tests that show that if you respect the values given by the calculator, when it comes to weapons, you are assured it will work, as in there's enough power. But what I found out is that it's not that there's enough, it's that there's a little bit of an excess. I would need to run some more complex tests involving a screen capture that would send it to the data to a program, so I wouldn't have to hand feed it. But I suspect that the Starbase weapons do not have a linear power usage. So what I mean by that, like much simpler words, if you shoot once, the values on the calculator are completely correct. But that's just for shooting once. I suspect that when you start shooting a lot, the power requirements for the weapons drop just a little bit. And the reason I think that is because on my fire stop location went fine. Yes, and plasma, it may have an involvement. Plasma, for example, has a dip in the charge limit, charge speed. So you shoot once, twice. Then the timing between shot number 2 and 3 is bigger. And then the fire rate resumes. So for plasma, you either shoot once or you shoot a long salvo, but no short salvos. Short bursts, sorry. And I don't know if it's because the fire rate on the weapons dips, but on the calculations I did for my 30 railgun ships, I should be having barely enough power, and it turns out I have way more than required power. That either means two things. There's something going on with the generators, the fire rate, or the power consumption, but I don't know which one of the three it is. Yeah, I know the initial resource requirements because they're much easier to test. So I did I did a whole test bench. I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to show you the YouTube video. Starbase weapon power. Nope. Forgot the title of my own video. Nope, okay, on to YouTube. Or how about real values? There you go, that's a Reddit link to the YouTube video that I posted. So I did a huge amount of test benches, which allow me to be quite confident with the initial power requirements. Mixed weapons. One possibility is that because the physics of the game are tied to your frame rate, if the frame rate dips because whatever weapon you're using, and I'm specifically thinking of anything apart from the autocannon really, so yeah, in this video I just show like how I got all of the values, but if what you're saying is correct. I'm wondering if it's got something to do with the frame rate. So if I do... There's a lot of testing I'd like to do. I just don't have much time. I had the brilliant idea to resume my studies, and I'm wondering how good of an idea that really was. Generator unit rate is what I need to put. Yeah, but it's interesting. So one of the planned updates, but I don't know if it's the one that's coming this year or if they're talking about maybe sometime in the future, is that they don't want the physics to be so linked to the FPS. Which, by the way, Starbase is the only game that I know that does that. It's not like I haven't like tested every game there is, but I don't know of any other game that that does that. And I'm wondering if that has an effect on the... Hey, Loskipine. Oh, there you go. I've just been proven wrong with the big game nonetheless. Which also happens to be games with a whole lot of junk too. They always are. They always are physics-based, but they should be CPU-based, not GPU-based. Because you're... So I did a little bit of video game development. Like, I'm a computer programmer proficiently, and on my free time I did a little bit of video game. Like, I insist on a little, like I haven't published anything. But one thing that you do learn early on is how to deal with fluctuating FPS issues. So if your FPS tanks, you're supposed to be reading the time. So even if you have, let's say, 3 FPS because hell broke loose and there's just like these giant leaps, you're not meant to have a whole gameplay that slows down. So if I give my ship that goes 150 to a friend that has a more powerful computer, he is not supposed to be going 160 with my ship that goes 150 on my computer. So the underlying reason I do not know. The more I think about it, the less sense it makes. I'm wondering if it's because the physics engine doesn't have a quirk in it. I don't know if I could be able to find a YouTube video on the spot that shows what I'm looking for. But the idea is... in a video game I'm making, let's say, my game runs at 60 operations per second, which used to be the norm at some time, but probably no longer is. Okay, so in my game, my calculations are done 60 times a second, because computers don't have the same notion of time as we do. We see time as something that's continuous. A computer will do its work, pause. Do its work, pause. This is important because if it didn't pause, the only thing that would be running on your computer is the video game, and that would be it, like nothing else. Your computer needs to run Windows, needs to run the other applications. In my case, I've got the streaming and whatnot. Like there's a whole lot of things running. So there's these gaps between the calculation. And in an ideal world, let's say I just sound the computer, you know what? Go to sleep.
A few moments later.
I'm almost done, Skip. The nerd talk, just give it 2 more minutes and then I'm changing something. Thank you. So you ask your computer to pause 60 times per second. So do the maths, pause, do the maths, pause, do the maths, pause, and so on. Because you want your game to run at a at the same speed. But if ever your computer gets overloaded because the game requires stuff or because something else on your computer is just requiring all of the resources, you need to allow your computer to spend less time doing its math. That's just like, if you want a very good example of what I'm saying, it's the Space Invaders game. The very, very, very first Space Invaders game has that exact same quirk, because the processor on which it ran for the first time was not powerful enough for the game itself. But as you kill the aliens, they start to accelerate. If you want to play like Space Invaders now on your web browser, the computers are more than fast enough, so it's now a feature. But what would happen before is the less aliens there'd be, the faster they'd go. But they'd be faster because the computer had less stuff to compute, and hence allowing the aliens to go faster. Yeah, I'm aware of all of these things going on, but it really doesn't mean that I know how the inner workings of Starbase are. I really don't know how they managed to get the physics that linked to the FPS. I'd be interested to know, but unless someone is willing to open up the code and spend literally months on it, you won't be getting an answer. No. I just need to get those weapons to stop firing. If less than 1,000, then I don't have that many characters. I don't. Let's go with LCL. Then LCL equals 0, else LCL equals 100, and go to 1 and remove that stuff. I have the laser charge speed to deal with, and I don't know if I'm introducing more problems than I am solving. Laser charge speed. And this is going to be okay, just to have a better idea of what is going on inside of that ship as I start shooting. So no, it doesn't go up to 100 instantly. And then there's the bug where the display says 50. I'm trying to figure out what is the best course of action when it comes to usability, because you don't want the ship to start going in random directions, but you do want to be able to shoot. free fall. C'est pas une mauvaise idée. Ce chip est pour toi d'ailleurs. Donc si tu veux passer sur le Discord et le tester, c'est littéralement pour toi que je l'ai fait. Hop, c'est Yadago. Oh, bien, pas de souci. Je pense que ce sera un chip public. Okay, no, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my usual with a red light that starts glowing when the power is low. This kind of junk with it's just not going to cut it. Light. What I think is better is very simply to let the player take the decision himself whenever whenever it is required, rather than try to do it myself. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the weird characteristic of the way the light refracts on Starbase. So it should be very visible when sitting on the... Yeah, you see, like the whole thing turns red. So this is worn. And worn is currently off. And what I'm going to do is less than, let's say, 4,000. And this is going to be worn equals stored battery power less than 4,000, go to 1. And that should work. Should be read very quickly. I'll just shoot once or twice. There you go. Oh yeah, you can see it very well. Now, one thing I am concerned about is yo, what just happened? Why am I? That's good to know. I was concerned if it would make the ship too visible, but to be fair, at that stage you've already started shooting on whatever your target is. I don't think being discreet really is a concern anymore, so I don't think I'll bother. Instead, I just want to enable the ship to move to strafe. In all directions. So I'm just going to enable it to do so. Yikes, it can be so annoying when it wants to. perfect. Not perfect. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Thrusters. Automatic, manual. I think I could give it a ground avoidance system, but it may prove to be a bit of an unnecessary feature for something that small. Oh. Not cool. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. My worry is that the ship is just going to... Okay. It is crazy maneuverable. Yeah, that red light is really quite efficient. Combat mode is not properly set. Let me guess. What? Much better. It handles V weirdly. Can it strike fast at least? Oh wow, okay. Yeah. Picture is... Let's go for 60. That is still crazy sensitive. About 40. Much better. I'll even go down to 30. So it's... I'm using a weird quirk of the game in order to have two sensitivities without using a sensitivity. It's due to the way the flight computer works. So the propulsion thrusters are also my yaw thrusters and pitch thrusters. So when I'm going forwards, when I ask the ship to go to move, it does not turn as fast as when I'm completely still, and then it uses all thrusters at maximum capacity to turn. Here's a little demo of what I mean. So no propulsion, just spinning on myself. Super sensitive, arguably way too sensitive. So that's my yaw. Now I'm going to move forward. And now I'm going to try and turn. And as you can see, the sensitivity just halved, literally. Pitch is the same. So no longer thrusting. I can just spin like crazy. But the very moment I start thrusting, sensitive, not quite halved because I've got thrusters that are not reliant on the main propulsion at all. But the sensitivity really just went down quite a lot. So let's say we are orbiting. The very moment you are out of my line of sight, I'm no longer using the main thrusters, the main propulsion. It allows me to flip, and then I resume. Like the normal way of fighting. It works. The advantage is that it's really it's very snappy, and most of my ships have that. The sensitivity module is really only used for the initial sensitivity. When I am in a dogfight, if I want extra sensitivity, I stop my ship from going forwards, and then I have 1.5, if not sometimes even twice, the yaw and pitch sensitivity. that's something that's used on the apex. So whenever you fly by me, I stop the FCU forward, I turn much faster, and then I resume the FCU forward. It does a very decent job. Praxis's system, however, has a different approach. You press the button to increase the sensitivity. My sensitivity module, I think, is more adapted for miners because it wants 0.6 seconds total to completely manage your sensitivity, whereas Praxis's system does it in 0.2 seconds. And the one I just described, it does it in 0. It's literally use it as you will. Yeah, same thing. I'm going to want to change that bolt. Okay, give me 60 seconds, be right back there. Oops. And back. Hello, Neric. Yes. Petite pause parce que j'avais plein de trucs à gérer qui me rendaient pas très apte à jouer tout court. I'm wondering if you could... No, you wouldn't be able to change the rod at all. I think that... Oh, no, right. I need a button for the transponder. Right now, it is always on, which is not a... not an asset. Transponder. And I need one last YOLO. Another place, which is very simply going to say if FCU backward over 1, then cruise equals 100 and go to 1. I think it's FC backward, not backwards. Yeah, FC backward, just in case. That's my emergency full stop. Perfect. I think it's good to go. I can't think of anything that would be interesting to add that wouldn't just make the ship considerably more pricey. I suppose it is a voila job done. Hello, Iniska. No, not necessarily. So, in my case, it's not that it doesn't need one, it's that I don't want one because a hull is heavy. And if I have a hull, I'm going to need more thrusters to push it, and all of a sudden the ship becomes, well, a real fighter. This ship's purpose is to lay very still and be very difficult to see. So, and for that effect, it only has maneuver thrusters. That's it. That's all it uses to move around. You know, actually, I think I'll be adding more thrusters just because I can. Yes, but the light part is really important. It needs to be super light, it needs to be super fast, and it needs to be super discreet. Because if I get shot, I'm kaput. Game over. There's no ship left if this thing takes a hit from the back or the other side. It can take 1, 2 big max, I'm being super generous, shots in the front, that is it. That is absolutely it. It will not take any more hits in the front. The goal really is to be as... it's an ambush ship. Yep. It is intended for a corporation member that seems to be enjoying to cause a bit of mayhem at the moment. But you could also use it as a very cheap station hopper if you felt like it. It's going to be a free blueprint. Machinery, thrusters, maneuver. No, I have 56. Oh, bummer. You've got the same name, you've got the same name. 8. You are 20. And you are 34. It's got a very impressive acceleration, so 40 stacks, and it's 0.2 kilotons in weight. So a very, very light ship. An extra thing that I'm going to be giving it is the possibility of being refueled in the event that you do want to go over the 200-kilometer range that this ship can currently do. It may prove very useful. I need to lower the center of gravity, so it's going to go there. Resource bridge. Blow out 0. Considering how little power this ship has, I wouldn't even recommend using that for a tripod. It would not be a good idea. You could put it here, though. Just on top. Okay, I'm just going to test the acceleration, durability error. No, not yet. Okay. Yeah, it goes max speed almost instantly. How fast does it stop? Fairly quickly. It only has 2 laser cannons, so if you start shooting at it, it's going to be destroyed really quickly. It has enough armor for 1, maybe 2 shots, and only of lasers and autocannon at the front. Yeah. If you want to make it cheaper, I mean, by all means, you can just remove the guns and the ship is going to become a whole lot lighter and cheaper. But yeah, for 40 stacks of resource, a little bit more, this ship is yours. Simple as that. I'm going to be releasing the ship for free on my Discord. As a matter of fact, let me do that now. Oops. Ouroboros ships. Nope. Where's my market? There it is. It's going to be the needle. It is beginner friendly. It is a free blueprint. Ship utility exploration. Fun. Is it fun? It's not the initial purpose. Combat. Surface mining, multi-role. Automated. Towing. Defensive armament. Looks good to me. Neric, pas pour le moment. Pas pour le moment. Ce sera... So, I use my role-playing tag a little bit in a weirder manner. Like the phalanx is role-playing, and the reason why I call it... And the reason why I call it role-playing is because your endo can have like interior access. You don't need some kind of quirk to go in or out. There's some kind of like living quarters, and you can move around the ship. The stealthy spy, if I wanted to use if I described that as role-playing, then by all means, all of my ships are role-playing. So I use the role-playing tag to very specifically address some kinds of ships. Well, yeah. Yes, I mean, to an extent, but the interior needs to be navigable without using chairs to move around. So the Imperator, for example, is roleplay. Another limit that I have is that you're not allowed to more than 5 tags. This is like a limit given by Discord. So whatever tags I want to put on the ship, I'm only allowed to put 5. So I need to choose the 5 most relevant ones. Fine. Can either use a cessation hopper or a stealth. Which is... It is... I expect... Whoops. It is equipped with the... scripts. And this is US and GB and French. Swap. Do something like keep that one. So V. Okay. Post. Oh no, I need to. And okay, give me a second. Like so, perfect. Let's move a bit for a nice screenshot. Light is behind. So I should be able to turn like so. Perfect. F3. And Discord is here. Yes, and to post. Perfect. Laser cannons as main. Laser principal. Tac, tac. Hop là. Starbase blueprints, ship blueprints. Rename needle mark 1. Starbase blueprints, ships, misc bigren. New folder. Server management templates. Copy. And there you go. Up for grabs for whoever wants it. And now I'm probably going to be going back to my more serious ships. Yeah, sure. If you want to test the multi-crew. If we have some people that want to join us for some tinkering, it may be interesting. If anyone wants to meet us in the PTU. How did you get the selection boxes on your file explorer? You mean these? Are you on Windows 10 or on Windows 11? I'm using Windows 10. I wouldn't know for Windows 11 because Windows 10 no longer has had any additional features. What you can do, however, is you've got like a little view tab which should be on Windows 11 too. And this, oh, there you go. Oh, that was easy. Okay, there you go. You should have like a view tab that then allows you to tinker a little bit with the testing. There you go. I must admit I never really paid attention to that checkbox at all. Hide selected items, hidden items. There you go. Add or manage blueprints. So the ship that is in dire need of being finished. So if I recall... Oh, right. Let me go here. Happy Ship Shop, HSS announcement. US. Shipping. Publish. So I had Gladiator, the Deal With It. So Gladiator and Deal With It are almost done. Excess just needs a little bit more love, and then I'll be releasing them all. Mouse 5, same thing, just a little bit more love. And the Moon Raider is a ship that we used to use in my previous corporation that is super old. And this is this is the latest version. Raider Moon was the first one, and as you can see, it is really old, really old. I don't even think it had the heat update. It didn't. I don't think it did. Right. Well, I stand corrected. Where's the ammo? There it is. Oh, wow, there's going to be a lot of work. Woo. 48 tier 2 generators. No, wrong one. Reset all values, generators, add generator. It is going to be tier 2, no enhancers. And there's going to be 48. And auto cannons, I'm going to try 430. Well, you look at that. It doesn't need it. Understand? Yep. I'm streaming. Back in 60 seconds. Yep. Sorry, family passed by. Generators are okay. Armor is not at all. Hey, thanks a lot for the sub. Much appreciated. Oh, the memories. Looking at this ship. We did a few battles using this this ship. There was some very intense fights going on with it. I'm trying to think as to how I want to tackle it. There used to be the old just over here in the center. You used to have the old the gate warp system. I completely forgot it's the warp core. So this huge module that you needed to go through the gate, no longer required. There used to be two variants, one for the moon and one for the belt, and the moon variant was designed to have more thrusters in the up-down configuration in order to avoid smashing into the ground. Whereas the belt version had more thrusters, period, to fare better in the belt. 432 plates, it did get upgraded, sorta. Gee, the Crodium. It's a very heavy ship, if I recall. 10 kilotons. This makes it heavier than the Gladiator. I'm thinking how much I want to modernize it. It does need a modernization, like that is just not. I can't afford to keep the ship as is. Don't even know if that worked. I don't think it did. Was it slightly top heavy? What on earth is going on with this thing? I feel computer programmers will have the same vibe when they look at computer programming code that they wrote a few years ago. And there's one quote that is very famous for that. That is, previously only Guard and I knew how this code worked. Now only Guards does. I have no clue of how I'm going to be dealing with this thing. The armor is horribly out of date. Can I make it fun? Can I make it fun? What did I get myself into? Corrodium, all of it. Small plates, no good. Not good, not good. 192. One layer, but then you've got the crates. 432. 288. So, this is the definition of a role-playing ship. There's a lot of history and memories associated with them. So this ship was designed before asteroid avoidance was even a thing. You'd avoid asteroids by trying not to fly into them, and if you did fly into them, you had these cages all around them. Most ships didn't even bother having the cages. I liked to have mine. I don't know if this is salvageable. I really don't know. I completely agree, but here's where I did something really stupid. My Black Friday sale has it very explicitly listed. It really is listed cheaply because, well, it's a role-playing ship, it's not a meta ship, but it has very fun pieces of like history in it. I'll give you an example. In this ship, so it was designed before even how like armor was a thing. It was designed before I understood like quite a few aspects of the game entirely. It was designed before the heat update. But one thing it did have is a disco. The ship is equipped with a disco. And the reason why there's a disco is because previously when you had to go through the gate, so like the old players will know, when you had to go through the gate, you needed... the disco serves a purpose. It literally had a purpose. And it did save the ship on more than one occasion. So, this is when we were still like 15 plus active players in the corporation. And because the ships were so expensive, because the resources were so expensive, you didn't have many ships to start with. So this ship was an asset. And it was designed with what we all understood was good designs then. Now I know it isn't, but I mean, that's like 2 years after the fact. And what had happened is that when we used to travel through the belt gate to go to Elysium, it would take 15 minutes. 15 or 20. It was huge. It was ridiculously slow. And our passengers got bored. And what did they do? They started using pipe tools and cable tools to tag stuff and write their names on their ship, which sent it over budget and completely immobilized it, which was really dangerous because we were approaching the Elysium gate. And had that happened, the ship would have fallen under the effect of gravity, and the results would have been very unpleasant to see. And absolutely hilarious for whoever wanted to do some salvage. So I designed the disco in order to keep the passengers busy, and it worked. It really worked. It saved the ship. I turned the disco on. They'd go in there, dance, do whatever the heck they wanted, but not tag the ship. It was just to keep those bored passengers occupied. And it really served its purpose. So what you're looking at is, as far as I'm aware, the only disco, or like of my ships at least, that isn't a like fluff feature, but truly a feature that served a purpose. And yeah, it did save the ship. I recall the ship wasn't like super fast, but you did not want this thing to ram you. Yeah, about 125 meters per second. Not the most maneuverable. We had a few instances, like obviously now this ship is not worth much at all, but back in the early days of Starbase, pirates would refuse to approach this ship, which was funny because from afar it looks like a small compact mining ship until it started shooting at you, and then it no longer looked like a fighting ship at all, a mining ship at all. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to address the glaring weaknesses that I'm aware of, just to make sure the ship can in fact be at least used on the PTU. And then I'm not going to insist anymore on the design. Basic plates 144. Materials, metal, rhodium, and painted. Nope. Just that. Whenever you got shot in the back in this ship, it was mayhem. If I put resource bridges on the ship, it should be good to go. Okay. Okay. Something weird happened. Painting colors, painting radius. How about no colors? I need 36 centimeter beams. Yep. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm simply going to do the bare minimum update. And then I'm going to be leaving the ship as is. It's going to be sold like really cheaply anyway. Because, well, it's not a meta ship at all. Got one question. There are 3 PMCs with pistol. Those, I hate factory. I love and I hate factory simultaneously in Tarkov. It is the source of great joys and great frustrations simultaneously. Does it go all the way? It does. Perfect. It is here. The worst would be if that person was a streamer. Did they address the? Did they better address the cheating issues on Tarkov? Because that was one massive drama that drove players away. Bummer. Then no, it was probably not really fully addressed. Or at least not yet. Okay, cool. Durability is good. Yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit more armor and then I'm going to call it quits on this ship. Hey, if you have to pay to get better, to be better at a game through illegal means, then for all intents and purposes, no, you aren't a good player at all. I follow at least one YouTuber that made it his whole career to get cheaters in Rust. And one thing that he demonstrated in his videos again and again is that there aren't smart people at all for most of them. Some of which he demonstrated didn't even know how to play the game at all. They just bought the game for the first time and immediately they ran cheating software. There wasn't anything... there wasn't any like additional steps, nothing. Just buy the game, cheat. Is this still a good durability? No. No, it is not. Ah! Corner pieces. And just, oh damn it, just by addressing those points, the ship became already considerably more resilient. I'm just imagining how much work it would be to do a boltless meta role-playing ship in Starbase. Just boltless and meta were absolutely horrible to do. Nice looking, I mean. If you had any grenades, that's an easy one. I love grenades in Tarkov, and I got 2 chads with 1 lucky grenade in the... what's its name? It was the medical facility where you need a card to get in. I forgot its name, but I wasn't able to extract because I didn't know yet how to extract properly from that area. But yeah, threw in like 2 chads were looting a room. The grenade flew in the window and killed them both. And then I got killed by the NPC squads that come in right after. Commander Doggo, if you want to test fight on the PTU, I'm all for it. I don't know if there's anyone else that's going to want to accompany us. But yeah, I'm in for a ride if you want to test some stuff on the PTU. Probably not with this ship though, it's going to get obliterated if I do. I'm really tempted to play Tarkov a bit. I don't know if I have much time to play it, but I most definitely am tempted. If any of my viewers want to join us on the PTU, you are more than welcome to do so. I think we may need one more player for the PTU. Yes. Yeah, my corp mates are all on Star Citizen, so I'm not going to bother them.
Hey, what's up, Happy?
Hello, Doggo. Good. I don't know if we'll have any company, but still going to be good to test the if the turrets have got
Yeah, that's fine.
a good user experience.
Whoops. Just like last time, I just want to see if the main turret can receive lasers and autocannons without slowing down and getting stuck.
Do you want a mix of both weapons, or just like one or the other?
Any one or the other will do. Either autocannons or lasers.
I suppose I can use the gladiator. Or how about a bandit? Yeah. I'll probably will comp. My intuition tells me that I'm not going to be able to test that ship.
I actually jumped in earlier today and there was some random people fighting here. They were using small plasma fighters and it could take hits from them just fine. Just same again, I need to test laser specifically.
Do you want to test it with the Apex, or is the Apex going to be a bit too much of a mouthful?
Gladiator or Apex is all the same, isn't it? They've both got a ton of lasers.
No, because the Gladiator's got way more armor and their railguns, whereas the Apex cannot take as many hits at all.
It's not really about beating you. I just want to see if the turret gets stuck when you shoot me, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, then it's going to be the Apex, because the Apex is going to be able to test your ship to the limits.
Cool, cool.
Nah, let me use the Mark 9. I've got Valve in my corporation that did a full Oninum Apex to troll. The thing tanks like crazy. I could not destroy it with a gladiator.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, but it was like 5.5 kilotons if I recall.
I bet it's slow.
It was, yeah, like 70, 80 meters per second.
Yeah, you won't even be able to catch me.
No, but the thing was really tanky. Ship is up, transponder is on, and generate is almost at 100%.
Okay, I'm gonna fly away. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can. Oh, I'm just going to go behind you on purpose, and then I'm going to... should I attack immediately?
Maybe just wait till I clear this station bit here. Okay, sure, go ahead.
Let's go. Yeah, completely outside of your range.
You flying a snail?
Oh, it's the Apex. It only goes 120.
Oh, I'm not that fast. I only go like 85, something like that.
Yeah, but that means I'm only catching you up at 35 meters per
Oh, there you
second.
go. Oh, it's... Ah, damn it. It was working for a good while, and then it stopped.
Do I stop or do I continue?
Yeah, stop. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Oh dear. So it was working for about 10 seconds, and then after about 10 seconds of laser fire, the turret just flipped upside down.
Yeah, but that's like 30 lasers max rate of fire, so... unless there's more players, it won't be getting any more intense than that. Where's my... Oh, there it is. It's called leaving this ship.
Yeah, that tells me I might have to scrap the entire top turret completely.
Did you think about leaving a gap, like I suggested on the last time I checked your
Yep.
ship?
So what I did is I rebuilt the interior of it, and I made much bigger gaps, so it's bigger than any of my other turrets, the gaps. Any bigger and a laser would probably go through that. And in addition to that, I just made sure the durability was higher and just all the parts were safer at the cost of voxel budget.
The
Stuck
back,
in here.
both back turrets are also glitched. Yeah, all 3 turrets glitched at once.
Glitched. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, you clearly did not. We did not have in mind the same kind of gaps at all. I see no gaps, 0. Oh no, sorry, I stand corrected. There is
That's
a gap.
because the turret is pointed to the ground. It's not supposed to be able to do that. It just flipped and got stuck. I did some fighting against 2 different people with plasmas earlier today, and it pretty much just took plasma fire, no problem. It's just lasers or autocannons. It just causes a bug where it just flips, and I don't know what it is.
Your ship is also an involuntary clang machine right now. Yo.
Okay, that's banjaxed. I'm just gonna relog so I can get out.
No worries, I think I saw some propellant. Is that propellant? What is that? What am I looking at?
I think it's something to do with ship movement as well, because it always happens as soon as I turn the ship. There's a combination of turning the ship and getting shot at. Strange.
I think there's also a lot of interior damage, but that happened after your ship flipped.
Yeah, it should be in good condition from just that much.
I'd watch the underneath of your ship if I were you before saying that. Yeah, I know your ship wasn't designed to take hits from that angle, and it sure did not like it.
Oh yeah, the bottom. That's supposed to be on the ground.
Exactly.
Just relog and waiting for the ship to load.
It looks like I'm the one hosting it right now.
Yeah, I can't exactly do an event and say plasmas and rail cannons only, please. So
Fair.
I'll have to replace the top turret somehow.
Hey, Airconk! Good! They were intense. I'll use that word. I'm resting more now that the holidays are over. Some holidays I like that. But overall, yeah, they were intense. Lots of stuff going on all at once. But hey, I'm back at streaming Starbase. The servers of Starbase are back up and running, and I can enjoy ship designing and starting to think of what else do I want to design. To which, admittedly, the answer right now is I've got no clue what I want to do at all. That's one way of opening it all.
For some reason the button wasn't working.
Your whole turret just left.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah.
Like, I believe I can fly kind of gun. Oh, okay, that is not ideal. The hinge is broke.
Yeah, I don't think he penetrated any of it. It's just
Nope. No, I did
sticky
not.
button.
Oh, I did.
Let's see. Where?
Exactly,
shit.
exactly where you don't want to be hit. That's where you got hit.
I could have been after it spasmed out of control, because he did hit me for a good 5 seconds after I lost control, but...
Well, when you
It's
lost
possible.
control, I was only looking at the belly of your ship.
Maybe you did, so maybe I should try again.
Sure.
It's possible you did get through. Before I do though, shall I just show you the changes on the insides?
Sure.
We're not in a group, so I don't think you can use the chairs.
No, we are in a group.
Are we?
Yep.
Oh,
And
good.
even if we weren't in a group, since we're outside of a safe zone, I can use all of your chairs.
If you go here, you just basically have to follow the arrows. I think you need to go to the right one. That's the only working one left.
Okay, let's go. Right should be at my left, I suppose, now. The chairs
Your
are gone.
left, your left. You have to get off the chair and just crawl.
Ugh, okay, let's...
To your right. Wrong way.
Wrong way. I went
That
left.
one's... The turret in that one is broken, I think.
Okay, I do
Oh, wait,
see
actually,
it.
no. That is the working one. Actually, no. Go left again.
There's holes there too, so...
I'm just going to quickly check which one's the working one. Okay, you were going right the first time. You were going
Okay.
the right way.
Okay, then I'm going the right
Yeah.
direction.
Oh, this turret's broke. I can see it. But try it anyway.
Wait, I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate your ship. But-
Follow the arrows.
Oh, okay, the other direction. You
And then there's...
do not want to do that during a combat.
Yeah, but you said you wanted some interior access, so...
Well, there's interior access, and then there's interior access.
And it's not easy, but you can do it. Can you see outside the window?
Gosh, wait a second, I can't even... Right, G. My endo doesn't even know what to do. Okay, there you go.
I'm looking at your stream. I think the turret has been partially destroyed, because normally you can reach it from there.
Did it flip?
I think... Oh, I see. Yeah, the turret's risen by like 72 centimeters. That's why you can't get in.
Not ideal.
Normally, when the turret's not destroyed and it's lower down, you can enter it from there, from that slit. And then that would be your interior access.
Wait a second, I'm trying to... There you go.
I'm surprised you got through it that quickly, though. It's pretty much 7 layers of on the turret. Gone through that really quickly.
30 lasers are no joke, like really no joke. And the thing is, I was able to land quite a few salvos very early onto you.
Okay, you can get out now.
Oh, actually got a better recommendation. Rather than this, your system, you can use the passenger seats, the blue ones, they're way smaller. And you can fit them just there. So no crawling.
Oh yeah, could do that.
So
Okay.
literally get close to a thruster, hop, blue chair. You can put another blue chair in the corner, so you hop from blue chair to blue chair. And if you put a blue chair that's already exactly in front of your turret, it means that there's no getting out, and it makes it combat compatible because you can do chair hopping.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
I also suspect it's going to make it easier on some parts of the design. Okay, do you want to give it a round two?
Yep, I'll try and get a new one.
And mine is out of reach, damn it. I'm wondering if I want to... I'm thinking about what to design next.
I mean, the good news is it definitely lasted longer. I was shooting back and I was still able to move for like a good 8 seconds. So whatever was causing that has gone down somewhat.
I am very curious of what would happen to your ship if you removed the top turret.
I think it
And
would work perfectly.
No, but I'm thinking about like the two small ones. Would they work? If like I wouldn't be shooting those, I'd be shooting at your ship and trying to intentionally cause as much lag as I can. Would the two small turrets still work as intended?
I think they do. It's a problem I've only ever had on two turrets, this one and then another one that was much older. And there's just some weird jank that I haven't figured out to do with physics and Starbase recalculating collisions and things. I have no idea. And it really just depends on the ship shape, the ship durability, the turret durability, the weight of the turrets. I'm not really sure what it is, it's just a weird combination of all of it.
Your center of mass, which by the way is way in the turret, moves a lot with your turret.
Yeah. It could be something to do with that, because I noticed it whenever it does get a little bit sticky, if I move the ship left or right, it definitely gets stuck then. So it's something to do with the mass shifting. And I think it's just too heavy, maybe, something like that. But the multi-crews by themselves, I'm pretty sure they would work fine, even if the ship is getting shredded to oblivion.
I'm wondering if you shouldn't be using big generators and make the interior of your ship almost completely inaccessible in a bids to...
Big generators, there's only small generators.
Yeah, but the problem with small generators is that they do cause a little bit of lag. How many have you got?
108, but I don't think that's it, because my tortoise has 195, and that's fine.
A recall damage thing, it's around the threshold is 250. You're not allowed to go over 250.
Yeah, like this literally has like almost half of my tortoise, which works fine. I think it's to do because the tortoise, you know, the other big one, that's much more well balanced. The center of mass is in the middle, so I think it's just something to do with that. Just give me a moment, I need to get all the materials.
No worries. I'm pondering about ship designs, and I'm wondering if the next ship that I'd love to do wouldn't in fact be using turrets.
Yeah, if it's medium-sized or smaller, and the turret is not like ridiculous overkill 6 kilotons, then you're usually fine. It's just because I'm experimenting and I'm trying to go really, really heavy.
Yeah.
I think it's just causing some extreme weight issues and physics issues. And I think that's why it's getting stuck quite a lot.
I'll also show you what I have in mind. And then you'll tell me what you think of the idea.
Sure.
Yeah, no idea if the idea is a good one or not, so I'll just submit it to you, and then you'll tell me what you think.
I mean, everything I do, I don't know if it's a good idea or not. It's the whole fun of Starbase, isn't it? Just
yeah, I mean, it literally, but that was the same thing with the XS, the one you fought and the one that actually did handles reasonably well, was in fact attempt number 6 or 7. Trebuchet, that one, forgot its name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attempt number 8. It was attempt number 8 at having a combat ship that used railguns as main armament and had more than 18 or more.
Yeah, I mean, I can say from experience that it's definitely much weaker than just 30 lasers. Unless you can do it with extreme speed, so it's on a really fast ship, which you're not going to get with a huge ship. Or you do converging weapons with a really tall ship. That's pretty much the only thing I can think of, really. If your main armament is just going to be just rail cannons.
But yeah, but each one of those experiments, because they were experiments, were on average a solid 100 hours per ship. And 3 of them got finished, completely finished, down to the first tests, before I realized that no, the ship was in fact not viable at all.
Yeah, I have a lot of failed ships as well. I pretty much scrapped after like 1 or 2 tests.
Yep. Same. Is that your ship
Okay,
I see flying
yep.
with no ponder? Oh, there it is. I saw you.
Let's put it on.
Ready to roll, just go and tell me when to come.
Are you at the station?
Oh, yeah, I'm circling around like some kind of shark waiting for... Oh wait, my ponder's not on.
Oh no, I see you. Yeah. Now it's off. Now it's on.
There you go. The good old turn it on and off again. Okay, coming for you.
Okay, where you go? Oh.
Stuck?
Still going, still going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
I think there's already too many explosions going on for that one to affect me. They tried to jump scare me on my stream.
Okay, I'll just inspect it. And then we'll call it a day. So it lasts about a few seconds, but then after about 4 or 5 seconds of getting hit with lasers, it gets stuck. I think it's a bit better, but it's still bad. Probably have to replace it.
Oh, someone's knocking at my door. Apparently I'm eating quite soon, also I've just been warned.
Oh, okay, no problem. That was kind of last test anyway.
No worry. I've still got a little bit of time.
So I don't think he did enough damage to penetrate any of it. But as usual, it just kind of stopped working. Is it loaded?
Yeah, it's loaded. I'm inspecting the mesh. Your armor held really well.
So if you look here, he didn't penetrate through turret.
There's a few holes there. I can see 2. Yeah, okay, but they aren't...
There's still like 4 layers behind that.
Yeah.
So there's definitely no damage. But just as last time, it got stuck. It's just a laser thing. And auto cannons.
Well, what I'd like to test is do a proof of concept in order to know if the design is viable or not.
Well, I know it's viable if the turrets are smaller and the ship is smaller. It's just when it's much bigger and the center of mass is like really high, like a tank, and it's like a max voxel tank. That seems to be the only problem I've had so far. Like the fact that the tortoise works and that doesn't get stuck very often, even when you hit it with lasers, means that it has something to do with the ship having a very high center of mass. Because I did notice that the turrets, they do react differently if I move the ship left, right. The inertia resistance is all very different if the ship has a high center of mass. So I think it's just a combination of that, durability problems, super heavy turrets, and some weird bugginess to do with collisions that causes the ship to recalculate the physics. But then I'm no expert, but that's just what I've gathered.
Well, you are not talking to an expert, that I can assure you.
Like, if I keep it simple and I just say no more tanks, I just have a very evenly shaped ship, and I can still use turrets and it should still work. I think it's mostly just the shape and the center of mass that's just being too weird for the game. Now, for whatever reason, it just causes all the moving parts to get stuck.
Well, I do understand the correlation between the main flight computer not being happy and your center of mass, but not your high center of mass and the turrets acting weird. For me, like, there's a gap where there's a step missing.
There's a gap where the steps went? What?
There's something I'm not understanding. Oh, gee.
It's finally recovered.
And not
It's no good
unstuck.
though. It will get stuck as soon as you hit it for a few seconds, so it's no good really. Oh well, thanks for the testing anyway.
You're welcome.
Like, it definitely works against shatter damage, because shatter damage is very clean. It just evaporates the blocks. It doesn't even count as a collision. But anything
Yep.
that counts as a collision, like autocannons, lasers, just instant stuck. So that's just a really weird problem.
One of the turret I'd like to design, I'll show it to you because I actually just remembered a historical plane that has a very similar turret design as to what I have in mind. The first thing I have in mind is that I don't think I want the player inside of the turret at all. Because the player takes too much volume, and the problem I have with the volume that the player takes is that that's then volume that needs surface, and that's armor and weight.
Yeah, like you always need space for a chair and glass.
Yeah.
And all that.
And glass is very
Yeah.
weak.
I mean, from using your taxi, your super taxi, like I get what you mean. You have like a fixed seat. That's actually safer. There's less bugs when you have a fixed seat and you're just controlling separate turrets separately.
Yep.
The only issue with that is one of the problems we had when we were getting chased by Praxis there, is that you don't have a huge range of motion to move the turret. Like sometimes I have to keep saying to the pilot, I have to say, "Oh, pilot, move up a bit, move left." You know what I mean?
No, I completely agree with you. But I
Yeah.
do think I have an ace up my sleeve for that one. I think let me try and find the plane GU288 or Thunder. Is it that one? Ha! I thought I'd be having to look for names for quite some time. Here's what I have in mind. If you can see it on my stream.
I'll have a look.
Let me open that in a new tab. I'm going blind. Oh, there you go. No. Ah, damn it.
Just gonna repair this quickly.
Just tell me when you're looking at the stream.
2 seconds. Okay. So you've got like a little tail thing.
Yeah, but I want you to imagine that at the front of the ship. So what's interesting is that the top and the bottom are completely armored by the... Okay, 1 second. J'arrive
yeah,
dans
you
2
told me,
minutes.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
the,
we want to have the turret inside the ship.
but not completely. Like I can swing left and right quite a lot, but the top and the bottom part of the turret are in fact part of the ship. So that's armor that's not going to move. Then the back of the turret doesn't need to be armored much at all because it's never going to be facing much danger at all. And the idea is to have the player sit on top in a fixed cockpit, while the ball turret is moving under him.
Yeah, that's fine. That's pretty much just like my tortoise and my banshee and most of mine, but except you just have the turret inside the ship. But that should work fine.
The trick, though, is that I'm going to be aiming for a big turret with a lot of armament. Kind of like the Portal 2 turrets. Imagine like armor in the middle, and you've got the guns going up and down on the side, but the sides of the turret are not going up and down at all. Only the guns are inside of the turret.
Yeah, that's really tricky. I've tried that a couple of times. Mostly because you can do it, it's just much harder to get layers of armor around the guns when you do that. So you probably need a faster ship and just try not to get hit too much.
Okay. I'm being called at and my parents are moaning. I've got family at home, so I need to go. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. It was fine. I'm leaving now. And yeah, thanks a lot for the test. Guys, thanks a lot for watching the stream. I'm leaving a bit abruptly, and I'll see you for the next stream. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.